Imagine if someone said, "Let me back in," or "the drama keeps coming." According to some reports, that's essentially the vibe behind Prince Harry's recent approach to the palace, presented as a potential olive branch. Media outlets suggest he might be offering to pause his ongoing legal battles with the tabloids in return for resuming some part-time royal duties. But, as some royal watchers speculate, this could have been a tricky move. It appears he might have been hoping for a warm response from his father, but instead, reports indicate he encountered a firm stance from Prince William. Welcome to Royal Reckoning, where we explore the fascinating twists in the Windsor family's story. While King Charles is said to be open to reconciliation, sources claim William has stepped up as a key figure in protecting the institution. Insiders suggest he views this proposal not as a simple family matter, but as something more complicated. Reports indicate William has assessed the situation and, according to some, decided against any immediate return. And what might be fueling this response? Some media reports point to insights from ongoing court cases, where Harry's disputes with the press are described as having become quite complex, involving discussions around various allegations. Don't go anywhere, because in the coming minutes, we're going to delve into the reported financial pressures facing the Duke, discuss the individual some say was involved in his legal efforts, and explore why sources believe William is focused on maintaining the monarchy's stability. The details are intriguing and the questions are mounting. To understand the reported decision for what some call a firm boundary, we need to ask the question that mainstream media seems to be skirting. Why this timing? After years of public family tensions, why is Harry now floating the idea of stepping back in as a supportive royal? His representatives have shared that it could stem from a desire for the familiar royal routine and a wish to assist his father during health challenges. However, some financial analysts, as per reports from William's circle, are pointing to another possible factor: ongoing legal costs. There are suggestions of financial strains that might be impacting life in California. Harry has pursued legal action against certain UK publications, with the hope, as some speculate, that settlements could cover expenses. But legal battles can be incredibly costly, especially for high-profile figures, and experts note that such cases often require significant upfront investments. We're talking about potential fees for top lawyers, court filings, and extensive document reviews that can add up quickly. Beyond any rumoured payments to investigators, it's the overall demands of prolonged litigation that observers say could strain resources. Financial commentators describe this as a potentially unsustainable expenditure, where real funds are spent pursuing uncertain outcomes. And if cases don't go as planned, like the reported security ruling, there could be additional costs. This leads to whispers of mounting pressures at home, with reports noting that deals like those with streaming services aren't endless, while everyday expenses, such as mortgages, travel and security, remain high. Some speculate that by suggesting a return to duties, even part-time, Harry might be exploring ways to ease those burdens, perhaps through renewed access to certain supports. For instance, if involved in official roles, discussions around publicly funded security could arise. Reports suggest William may have interpreted this as more of a practical proposal than an emotional one, highlighting a possible need for institutional ties. But according to sources, William has chosen to maintain distance, leaving questions about how these legal and financial elements might evolve. After all, navigating complex allegations in court can sometimes lead to even higher expenses. If financial considerations are part of the reported rationale, then the ongoing media disputes raise ethical questions for observers. For several years, Harry has spoken publicly about his efforts to address issues in the British press, positioning himself as an advocate against misinformation and invasive practices, often linking it to his mother's experiences. However, some reports suggest William has concerns about the methods involved in these cases, viewing them as potentially problematic. Observers note that in pursuing these goals, associations have been made that could complicate the royal image. Let's look at one reported detail that sparked discussion: the involvement of Graham Johnson in Harry's legal team. Public records show Johnson is a former journalist with a conviction related to phone hacking from his time at a now-defunct newspaper. This has led to questions about consistency, as some point out the irony given Harry's stance against privacy invasions. Reports indicate payments were made to Johnson for investigative work, prompting debates on whether this aligns with the campaign's aims. For William, as per insiders, this raises broader concerns about values. Commentators have suggested it's challenging to champion ethics while working with individuals who have such histories. Additionally, there are mentions of affiliations with certain organizations criticized for their approaches. This has fueled speculation that welcoming Harry back could imply endorsement of these strategies. Sources suggest William sees this as a reason to prioritize the monarchy's principles. Harry views himself as fighting for accountability, but palace perspectives, according to reports, emphasize maintaining a clear direction. And unfortunately, as some note, the involvement with Johnson might just be one layer, with another key figure reportedly shifting the case's dynamics in unexpected ways. If the reported association with someone like Johnson raised eyebrows, the developments involving Gavin Burrows, or Burrows as sometimes referenced, have added even more intrigue. For months, reports positioned him as a central witness in Harry's case against certain publications, expected to provide key evidence on alleged misconduct. The strategy seemed to rely heavily on his input, but in a surprising turn, according to court filings, Burrows has distanced himself, claiming a submitted statement wasn't authorized by him and that his signature was not genuine. This has shifted discussions from privacy concerns to questions about the evidence's validity. Allegations in court point to possible issues with email records and payments for testimony. Furthermore, his legal team has raised concerns about intimidation attempts ahead of proceedings, leading to requests for remote testimony from a secure location. Consider the implications. A witness in a high-profile case expressing safety fears. Before we explore reported reactions, let's take a moment to connect with you, our amazing viewers. These royal stories touch on themes of family, duty, and public life that resonate globally, and I hope you and your loved ones are doing well today. I'm always curious about where our audience is tuning in from, whether it's the bustling streets of London, the sunny shores of Sydney, or a cozy spot in New York. Please share your city and country in the comments below. It's great having you here as we unpack these developments. Back to the unfolding story. When news of these claims reached royal circles, sources suggest it heightened concerns that boundaries had been crossed. Discussions around potential forgery or intimidation are serious matters in any legal context. If a court determines issues with submitted documents, it could impact the case significantly. But for William, as reported, the worry extends to the monarchy's reputation. How might associations with such controversies affect public trust? This is said to underpin the decision for distance. Reports indicate William recognizes the risks if Harry testifies amid these questions, potentially affecting his standing. To many, these disputes appear as high-stakes drama. But for constitutional advisors, as per reports, they've grown into something with wider implications. Often overlooked by major outlets, this aspect is key. Beyond personal matters, Harry's role as a Councillor of State remains, allowing him to act on behalf of the King if needed, a position requiring unimpeachable integrity. Here's where the lawsuit's complexities become critical, according to sources. William is said to have considered, how could someone, amid such allegations, fulfill that duty? Court arguments have highlighted concerns over evidence handling. If these swell during official roles, it might challenge the institution's authority. Legal experts have also noted the risks of testimony, where inconsistencies could lead to further scrutiny. In the UK, perjury is a serious offence. Observers suggest the royals are aware of the pressures of cross-examination, where personal narratives might face rigorous testing. Envision the potential fallout. Investigations involving a councillor could overshadow past controversies. William, sources say, views this as a significant risk, making any reintegration challenging at this time. Reports indicate the focus is on protection rather than exclusion. Harry may have hoped legal avenues would aid family discussions, but instead they seem to have complicated matters. Meanwhile, as these cases progress, William is reportedly emphasising positive engagements to highlight the monarchy's forward path. While legal matters continue for Harry, William appears focused on public duties, as seen in recent appearances. To appreciate the reported stance, let's contrast the scenes. Away from courtrooms, the monarchy's work carries on. William understands, as observers note, that demonstrating commitment speaks volumes. This week, he and the Princess of Wales showcased what some call effective public service. The differences are notable. Around the time of these reports, William was photographed at a farm, engaging hands-on with community efforts, wearing casual attire and supporting local farmers. This highlights a dedication to everyday issues. William's approach seems to emphasise helping others through direct involvement. In contrast, Harry's focus remains on his legal pursuits. Similarly, Catherine brought a touch of elegance to her engagements, hosting an event at Windsor Castle for the women's rugby team. Observers highlighted her approachable style. She drove herself, arrived in stylish yet practical outfit, and handled the weather with an umbrella, all with a warm smile. This counters narratives of rigidity in the monarchy. Some describe this as a grey rock method, where one remains steady amid external noise. If unfamiliar, it's a way to stay composed without engaging in distractions. William and Catherine appear to embody this, continuing their work undeterred. By connecting with sports teams and communities, they send a message of ongoing service. The strategy, as pundits note, makes ongoing duties the priority, rendering other issues less central. It underscores the monarchy's resilience. Commentators suggest Harry and Meghan's time as full working royals was relatively brief, and now their story is one chapter in a larger history. The King and Prince of Wales don't issue statements, their actions speak. While the family navigates these dynamics, Harry faces ongoing questions from his choices. As discussions around the palace continue, this tale has all the elements of a classic drama. Harry has invested much in his media campaigns and any potential return ideas, but some speculate that certain associations might hinder progress. From our view of Royal Reckoning, this highlights themes of accountability and choices. Harry has pursued what he sees as important reforms, yet reports of certain connections raise debates. Observers note that good intentions can sometimes lead to complicated paths. William's reported position seems driven by a focus on the institution's future. It's a reminder that reputations are built over time and can be affected by alliances. Now, what do you think? Should Charles and William consider changes to Harry's titles amid these reports? Share in the comments. Yes, if you feel further steps are needed. No, if more time for resolution. If you value discussions on integrity, give this a like. It supports our channel. And subscribe to Royal Reckoning. Hit the bell so you're notified when we cover the next developments. The story evolves, doors remain in flux. See you soon. This discussion is based solely on public reports, media speculation, and opinions from various sources. Nothing presented here has been officially confirmed by the individuals or institutions involved, and it should not be taken as verified fact. Always consider multiple perspectives on royal matters.